In today's video, I'm going to be testing out the new Espresso Yourself collection by Catrice. This is a new coffee inspired limited edition with bronzers, with an eyeshadow palette and with some lip products. So let's get into it. So I don't drink a lot of coffee, but to stay kind of on theme, I have this rooibos tea in front of me. Okay, so the first thing I want to get into with this collection is the eyeshadow palette. By the way, I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. That's much better. This is the eyeshadow palette in Eyeshadow Quattro CO1 Rosé Toast. And this is kind of like, oh, you can see my sweaty fingers on here. This is kind of like a fake leather kind of style of packaging. I think it looks really cute. It looks chic. It's plastic, of course, but it feels and looks quite chic for a drugstore brand. But I feel like Catrice, they can do some nice products. Like they can do some nice like styles of packaging for sure. So let me unseal this. I haven't really looked at any of these products just yet. We're experiencing it together. So this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. Gotta say, it's very Charlotte Tilbury-esque, of course. It does look cute. I think the shimmers look really promising. We have a cream eyeshadow here, but this one seems to be just like a powder eyeshadow. It's kind of like rosy brown. I do really like this color, so it's looking really good. I'm liking the packaging. It's a nice vibe. All right, so let's swatch the two shimmers first. I'm very excited about these. Feels very creamy, but not like an actual cream eyeshadow. This is a really nice kind of like rosy bronze. That was the top one, and then the bottom one is a little bit more of a champagne. Like it has a little bit of a mix of colors here, but on the fingers it looks very much like a champagne. So ooh, that is really cute. Very nice and shimmery. They are nice and creamy. A lot of dimension. Like sometimes drugstore eyeshadows can be a little bit dry, a little lackluster, maybe a little bit too much on the dry satiny side, but these look really good. And then we have the matte. And this looks like a really good kind of like just build the crease type of matte. It looks like it would blend out really nicely. I really like how that is swatching. And then the cream. Oh, that is a little bit more of a warmer brown. Yeah, that's looking like a really nice palette. We have a little bit of a darker shimmer, not super dark, but a little bit darker, a lighter shimmer. And then this, it's gonna be a little bit interesting, like how I want to use this. I think I would go for either of the two mostly, and not both of them. Like this is swatching really nicely. Like this looks promising. All right, I think I do want to test out that cream to really see what this palette can do. So I'm gonna take a brush and I'm just gonna apply. I am already wearing an eyeshadow primer. Yeah, this brown does pull a little bit warm. I'm kind of hoping that this cream is gonna set down and it's not gonna be like too creamy and creasy. Yeah, I feel like this is blending out nicely. And I do feel like this is drying down. It does feel a little bit like grippy, like it's sticking to the eye, so that's nice. I'm gonna put a little bit of this on the lower lash line as well. All right, so I'm kind of thinking what I want to do with that rose matte, and I think I just want to try applying this like all over the crease and see how these layer, and if that works. Maybe it won't work, maybe it will. It looks like such a good color. We're just gonna like layer these and see how much impact you can get like that. Okay, this is impactful. This is really nice. I am loving this. Like this beautiful rosy brown combination. I am a fan. By the way, where was this made? I feel like, yeah, most of Catrice's products nowadays are made in the PRC. That is really nice. I love the blend of powder eyeshadows on top of creams. It's just so nice. It's just a different type of blend. Okay, so I just said I probably wasn't gonna use both of those in one look, but I feel like this is actually looking really good. I'm really happy with how this crease is looking right now. So we're just gonna do something pretty basic. I'm gonna go into that kind of like rosy copper bronze, and I'm gonna apply that on the lid. Really nice. Really, really nice. This is a great little palette. That's a really nice shimmer. And then of course for the last step, I'm going to use this as my inner corner highlight. This color looks so nice. Does it have a little bit of a shimmer in it? Yeah, it has a little bit of texture. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, really liking that. You could make this inner corner highlight a little bit more precise. I'm using a slightly fluffy brush. Okay, so this is a finished eye look. I think it's really cute. It's kind of basic, but the quality is good. I like the rosy shades. I think it's quite nice. Okay, so let's move on to the bronzer. I was debating whether I should pick this up because I do know that this is not my favorite packaging Catrice does, but I do feel like the color looks really good and it just is very fitting with the collection, so I did want to pick it up. Also, I feel like I don't have as much issues with some packagings that I don't love that much, what is this sentence? As before, because I do like to take things from the packaging with the brush now first and then apply it to my face. One of my problems with this style of product was that if you apply directly to the face, like that is pretty hard to do. Like this doe foot, like that is pretty big. I feel like that is not too practical. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna try this with the brush to the face, with the brush to the packaging and then to the face. I think that's gonna work out. So this is shade C01 Iced Latte Love. There's also one darker shade. All right, so I turned it up a little bit and this is what is coming out. It looks like a really beautiful cool tone shade, but yeah, I just did one turn and a lot came out. Oh, that kind of looks like my ideal shade of bronzer. Like that is really nice. I'm just gonna take what's on the back of my hand and I'm gonna take a little bit of a more dense brush and we're gonna see if that's gonna work out. I'm just gonna work it in. I have high hopes. I do like a lot of the Catrice liquid bronzers. Yeah, that's really nice. That looks gorgeous. I'm wearing a light skin tint, the Skin Tint Glow Skin Tint stick from Catrice. That is really nice. That is really nice. Okay, maybe it is worth the extra step. Like the packaging is just a little bit bulky, but I feel like this is looking really good. I'm too lazy to take my hair out of my face with clips. Like I often do it, but today I'm lazy. My hands will suffice. That's really nice. Okay, I'm really loving this color. I feel like this is the perfect color for me right now. It has a really nice skin-like finish. It's blending out really nicely with this technique. It has a slight glow to it. I gotta admit, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. This is really nice. Alright, so this is the end result of the bronzer. I am really liking this. I really think this color is great. It's drying down. It's looking really flattering and yeah, I'm just really enjoying this shade. Okay, so I bought another shade of the Soft Glam Baked Blush. I have a shade that turns a little bit like bruisey purple if I'm not careful enough. So I thought I would try another shade and this is 010 on Cloud Pink and I think it's gonna pull a little bit more. Ooh, there's a fracture here. I think I have to be careful with this one. This is definitely a fragile type of product, just like the Rare Beauty ones are. I think this is going to pull more pink than I thought at first. At first I thought it was going to be a little bit more peach. But I think this is going to be a really nice color. I hope it's not gonna... Wait, there's so much bronzer still on my hand. Okay, what is this swatch? No. I gotta do something about that. Away with the bronzer. Okay, I'm really hoping this blush isn't gonna break on me. Otherwise... At least it's a Catrice blush and not a Rare Beauty one. So let's try this again. Yeah, this is gonna be very nice. I'm really liking this. It's a little bit more of a fresher... Wait, I don't want to give any spoilers. Okay, I'm not gonna give you any spoilers, but... Yeah, there's something I could have compared it to. If I wanted to spoil anything, which I'm not gonna do, I'm just gonna apply this a bit over top of that bronzer. That is so nice. Okay, I think this is gonna be my favorite shade. I think this just suits my skin tone a little bit better than that berry shade. Like this doesn't have an undertone that just starts looking a little like off on my skin tone. Like I am neutral to cool. Sometimes too cool looks a little odd. Yeah, I'm really liking this look. I'm really liking this blush. Hopefully it won't die on me. Alright, then the last product. I bought all three of these new... Do we even have the name of this product on here? I don't think we have. Like, these are, I think, tinted lip balms or tinted glowy sheer lipsticks, something like that. We don't have anything but the shade names. We have CO1 Macchiato Glow, we have CO2 Mocha Mousse. So yeah, pretty clear what this collection was inspired by. And then CO3 Caramel Drizzle. This packaging looks real nice. I'm really liking the different colors. It feels luxury. Once again, I think they did a great job with that. I'm gonna be lip swatching all of them. Oh, I thought this was gonna be the type of product where you have to take off the whole sticker, but I think you can just turn this, because it does have, yeah, you can just pull that off. So no issues with that. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's looking like a really nice fall shade, very nice with this eye look. So let's start with CO1 Macchiato Glow. We're gonna do a swatch on the hand first. This looks like a really nice kind of like milk chocolate shade. Almost a little bit yellowy. I don't think this is gonna be super pigmented or extremely glowy. It's gonna be more like a tinted lip balm. I think it's looking really nice. Like, this is looking like a color that I would enjoy. It's feeling balmy. Ooh, that's really actually feeling more glossy and more like a gloss on a stick than I was expecting. Like, I was just going over and going over and going over. Now it's maybe a little bit thick. It's feeling very hydrating, very glossy. It's feeling really good. Okay, ignore that I put on a little bit too much. I don't feel like it's like getting stringy or weird, but it's a little bit too much. I think this is a really interesting type of nude, kind of like that beigey, a little bit of that almost caramelly undertone. This is actually nicer than I was expecting. I was expecting something nice, but I have tried some clicky sticks from Catrice that were just maybe not my favorite, or a little bit of a different formula than this is. But this is actually a little bit more substantial and very nice, I think, for the winter, or like when your lips are a little bit dry. Like, I really, really, really like the feel of this. Like, this is feeling really good. Like, I'm impressed. And also not like it's gonna be gone from the lips immediately. Like, it's feeling nice. So then we have shade CO2 Mocha Mousse, and this one is gonna be a little bit darker, I think. Almost a little bit more rosy. I think it's gonna be a really, really nice shade. Yeah, that is really nice. I think this is gonna be a bit more like a My Lips But Better type of color. Yeah, this is gonna be almost a little bit more pink. As you start applying it, it doesn't get too thick, but you can kind of build it up. I feel like this one is a little bit more like stiff, almost a little bit more like a balm than the first one, but not in a bad way. I am liking it. Oh, I could definitely see myself throw this in the purse. Ooh, this is such a nice color. I'm really liking the shades that they chose here. This is a little bit more rosy. I feel like it looks so good with the rest of the look. I'm really, really into this one. And it feels so nice. It actually feels so nice. I don't see any weirdness. I don't see it sitting in my lip lines. I am a fan so far. I definitely am a fan so far. I think they did a great job with this collection, for sure. Okay, and then the last shade was CO3 Caramel Drizzle. This looks like it could also be maybe a little bit rosy, but a little bit darker as well. Why can't I swatch this? Yeah, so they're all very much alike but different. This one is a little bit more of a brownish red, a little bit of a burnt nude, darker nude color. Can you see the undertones there? It's looking really nice. Still something a little rosy, but I think it's also because my lips are pretty pink naturally and these are sheer. Yeah, I love this color as well. This is such a good fall shade. Like, this is so nice. I feel like it looks a little bit messy now because this is a third lip product I'm applying, but I feel like this whole look is really coming together with this lip product. Like, I wasn't really expecting to see a new formula from Catrice, because also like their tinted lip balms from their regular range, not my favorite. I feel like they are not hydrating enough if you have really dry lips, but these feel actually like plushy. This is gonna be the finished look. I just put on the Catrice Queen Vibes lip liner, and I also put on CO2 Mocha Mousse because that is just my favorite of the 3 lip products. I am a big fan of this collection. Nothing here disappointed me. Like this basically full face of Catrice. I love how the bronzer came out. The eyeshadow is looking really cute. The lip products I feel are gonna live in my bag. I love the shades of those, really fall appropriate, but also just like all year round. And I feel like they're gonna be very flexible, very versatile because they are a little bit sheer and they just feel so nice. I just feel like Catrice nailed it with this collection. I'm very excited. Let me know what you think and then I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.